first of all, today we're going to start with a presentation from two members of the Student Council, Zarif and Amalina, and I'm just going to bring up their presentation and pass over to them now.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, Dr. Glenn, teachers and fellow students. I'm Zarif and this is Amalina, and we're from the Student Council. First off, I would like to thank everyone who took part in the democratic process and allowed us to be part of the Student Council. So today, I'd like to present regarding the recent incident of sexual harassment in Malaysian schools. As you, most of you may have probably seen this hashtag around, which is MakeSchoolASaferPlace. It started off with Ain Saiful Nizam, who made a TikTok video on the 27th of April, voicing out her concerns about rape jokes that her male teacher made, and she made a TikTok video that went viral.
So, what exactly is sexual harassment? Sexual harassment is any unwelcome sexual comments, advances, or any other behaviors that can be verbal or physical. It's important to note that sexual harassment is not the same as sexual assault. Sexual harassment can include things such as unwanted sexual looks or gestures, repeated unwanted sexual or romantic advances, making jokes about rape or sex, or turning work discussions to sexual topics. So I'm sure many of you can now think about things that you have seen which would actually be considered sexual harassment.
And sexual harassment applies to everyone. This movement is not just for women, but for all genders. There was a survey done in 2017 that they found out 2 out of 5 men experience sexual harassment. However, this number is likely to be much higher as it is even more difficult for men to report sexual harassment than women. For example, Ain said in her original video that her teacher said when men get raped, it's not a bad thing because it felt good. This clearly demonstrates how hard it is to voice out their concerns.
And if we take another look at the statistics behind sexual harassment, we can tell it is far too common. As mentioned before in that survey from 2017, 2 out of 5 men experience it and 4 out of 5 women. And around 28% of these people said they experienced sexual harassment for the first time between the ages of 11 and 17. That is the ages as us as students. And it's clear that these are children who are being sexually harassed. And this is a problem in Malaysia as well. A survey was done in 2014, in Malaysian schools, both private and public, and it found that 50% of people said that they had experienced some form of sexual harassment at school.
So, when you see it, call it out. This is something we all have to work to prevent together. Telling your friends if a joke they made is inappropriate. Telling a teacher when you feel uncomfortable and what they made you feel uncomfortable is inappropriate. And if a teacher is making you feel uncomfortable, please inform an adult or safeguarding at ktj.edu.my.
So what is KTJ doing to show our support for this movement? We are going to ask everyone to wear red ribbons with white patterns on it on Friday and Thursday to show support and solidarity for the movement. It is so important to wear these ribbons and show solidarity because, as we mentioned before, sexual harassment is all too common, especially within schools. With so many of us spending all of our time at school, it is so important that school is a safe place, and making sure school is a safe and nurturing environment is at the very heart of what we do at the Student Council. And this is just the beginning. Making school a safe place can apply to almost everything, not just sexual harassment, whether it's racism or cultural diversity or sexism or even just covered walkways. That is all part of making school a safe place. So if you have anything you ever want to tell us, please email us at studentcouncil@ktj.edu.my, and we will be handing out these ribbons today. And if you don't get one for whatever reason, please feel free to stop any of us Student Council members and we will give you one.
Thank you both very much. A really important message there. I'm really pleased that KTJ is going to be supporting this Malaysian-wide movement, which I'm sure many of you have been following in the press. So please do wear your ribbons. And many thanks to the Student Council for being so proactive in their support of this. Thank you, Zarif and Amalina. Thank you very much.